know when you're writing, you're already crying inside of you. Yes, so my village people actually followed me to school. It was a beautiful failure. If there's anything like that, like I failed woefully. I failed badly. When I Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. So on today's video, I'll be telling you a story of how I almost failed in my first year of undergraduate studies. Imagine. So for those that have watched my previous video, you already know that I studied microbiology in school. So in my first year in school, for my department is under Faculty of Basic Medical and Applied Sciences. So there are also other departments like computer science, environmental health science, we have physics, biochemistry, also like different departments like that under basic medical and applied sciences. In our first year we have to do the same courses. Every one of us, we have to do the same courses. This is when we get to the second year, that is when we are going to go to our different departments. So in my first year, there's this particular course that we did, mathematics. You know, in my previous video I said some people have told me before that I'm good in mathematics, which I don't know. And this particular course that almost made me fail in 100 level was mathematics, but this one was more of further mathematics than mathematics. Let me take us back to my secondary school days. In my secondary school, I went to a science secondary school. So for my SS1, SS2, we are going to do like the same subject. That's what everybody will do. Then when we get to SS3, you either pick further mathematics and agricultural science, or further mathematics and technical drawing, or agricultural science and economics. So there's no option for agricultural science and technical drawing. So it's either agricultural science and further mathematics, or technical drawing and further mathematics. And I love technical drawing. Like, technical drawing is one of my favorite subjects in school. I enjoyed it, but I cannot pick technical drawing and agricultural science. I also love agricultural science, and I cannot pick the two. So I had no choice. I just went for agricultural science and economics because I don't want to do further mathematics. I struggle with further mathematics in my SS1, SS2. So in SS3, I don't want to do further mathematics again. Another thing is that I resumed late in 100 level. My first semester of 100 level, I resumed late. And okay, school resumed in September. That was the resumption day. School resumed in September, and I joined in, is it October or November? But I know I joined late. Like, classes were already going on before I joined. So when I was to take my mathematics class, I had no idea of what they were doing in class. I was clueless. I don't know where to start from. I had already missed some classes, and now what they're even doing is not something that I understand. So fast forward to our first test for mathematics. When we wrote the test, you know, when you are writing and you already know you feel like, I was, when I saw the questions, I don't even know where to start from. I don't know anything. My head was blank. You know, when you are writing and you're already crying inside of you that yes, so my village people actually followed me to school. Like, I don't know anything I was writing. I don't know where to start from. Solving mathematics, you have to do it like step by step, and if you do it right, you get some marks for all the steps. But in my own case, I don't even know where to start from. I don't know step one, I don't know step two, I don't know anything. So when the results came out for my first test, like, I wasn't expecting any mark. Like, if I had gotten 1/15, I think it was over 15, over 20, I'm not sure. If I had gotten one, I would know that yes, the lecturer just decided to have mercy on me. So when I saw my results, ah, so when I saw my result, it was a beautiful failure. If there's anything like that, like, I failed woefully. I failed badly when I saw my results. So in my mind, I was like, so Darasimi, is this how you're going to continue with your life? Like, I still have some other calculation. There's physics to, like, there are some other subjects that I have to do calculation. And I failed mathematics. I failed. But in my second test, okay, I think the first test was over 20, then second test was over 10. So when I've already seen my life, and these are still the same questions that will be asked in exam, so which means if I can fail my test, automatically I'm going to fail my exam. Like if I don't know what to write in my test, then exam day I won't know what to write also, and I'm going to fail, so I will have a carryover. So what I did was that I met with people that I know, okay, these people, they know mathematics, they passed their test, so I went to meet them. Please help my life. I cannot fail. I cannot waste tuition fee. A lot has been paid for my schooling. I cannot waste tuition fees. So I met with them. I was taught I had to study extra hard for mathematics. So when it was time for us to do our second test, I did the test and I passed. At least I have above average when I did the test, so I was glad. So for my exam also, I had to study extra hard. I already know where my weak areas are. I had to study extra hard. Sometimes I'll study at night, and I'm not a night reader. Like when I was in secondary school, my school is a boarding school in secondary school, so anytime after prep class, I'll be like, oh, I'll read for the next 1 hour in my room. Once I take my book to read after prep class at 10 p.m., I'm dozing off already, so I'll just pack the book and go to bed. So I'm not a night reader, but when I got to university, I learned how to read at night. So for my exams, I had to study extra hard, and when my result came out, I had a B. So I was up like, thank God. So it was a relief for me that I could actually pass this course. And when I got to second semester, I had an A. I was so happy that yes, finally. I was so happy. It was a thing of joy for me because I cannot waste tuition fee. I cannot waste tuition fee, or else I will just drop out. That would just be the end of the story. But I thank God I was able to scale through mathematics in my university days. And what happened in my first day, if I'd actually had like a good mark, even if it was average that I had in my first test, I would have had an A, because when I checked my results, I had, I think, 67. Yes, I had a 67B, and in Nigeria 70 is A. So I was just 3 marks away from A. But I was glad because I failed my first test, and I thank God that that wasn't the only test we had. I don't know what would have happened if the test we had was just one test and it is over 30, and then I have 0 over 30. So that means I only have my exam to rely on over 70. So I don't know what could have happened. Yeah, I'm just so glad that I was able to scale through and I was able to pass my examination. And yes, I'm putting on my sign out jacket in school. I love blue. Blue is my best color. I don't know, anytime my mom gets me anything, she always gets me pink. Pink curtain, pink bed sheets, pink blanket, pink nightgown. Everything is just pink, pink, pink. But me, I love blue colors. Actually, I love blue. Blue is my best color. So if you are in school and you think you are failing, you are not doing so well, you're not getting the mark that you want, you need help, look for people that know better than you. Don't feel like, oh, what will they think about me? You are in school to learn. If you know it, you will not be in school in the first place. Get help. Go to people, go to your classmates that knows this thing better than you. Tell them to explain to you. Study extra hard. That means if all your classmates that knows this thing are studying for 2 hours, you have to go for 4 hours. You just have to study extra hard so that you are going to come out with a good grade in school. Your parent has invested in you by sending you to school, so you don't want to go home and give them a bad result. Like, this is one of the things that motivated me while I was in school. I was thinking about the money that was invested in my education. I cannot just waste money. Like my tuition fee, hostel fee, feeding fee, everything was catered for, and then I cannot fail. My tuition fee motivated me while I was in school. Like, I don't need anyone to come to me and be giving me motivational speech that Dara, see me, you need to study hard, you need to read. My tuition fee was motivating me. Like, I know how much is being invested in my education, and I cannot flop. I cannot fail. So if you are still in school, please give it anything it takes for you to graduate with a good grade. But please don't do sex for grade. Don't engage in anything immoral. Don't bribe your lecturer so that they can give you marks. Study hard, study very hard. If you need to study extra hard, please do so. And while you are doing all these things, don't forget to pray to God. Thank you for watching my video today. See you some other time. Take care of yourself. Bye.